Why do you feel frustrated all the time? It's always just some sense of frustration, like, probably because something's not working out or something's not going your way, whether it's a situation or a person or a group of people. Think about it. You got to think about it first. Like, all right, why am I frustrated? Well, that's what I'm asking. I'm asking, why am I feeling frustrated all the time? Okay, there's got to be a reason. You got to pinpoint, sit down with yourself and like, what am I frustrated at? Who am I frustrated? Could be multiple things. You could be very broad and just say, it's just life's not going my way. All right, is it that? Is it work? Is it because someone's not doing the things that you want them to do, behaving a certain way, acting a certain way, saying certain things? Is it because things are not working out in the sense of like your finances or your health, or you're frustrated that the way you look? You're frustrated at the way you feel? You're frustrated at where you live? You're frustrated because you have too many problems, too many challenges? All those could be right. One of those could be right. First thing you got to do is identify what it is. It's important, super important to find out, what am I frustrated? And it could be, like I said, write it down. Get a notepad, write it down, pull out your phone on the notes, and what am I frustrated at? And just dump it. Everything that you're frustrated at. Once you're done with that, or if you've already pinpointed exactly what you're frustrated at, or the biggest one, the one that's just a pain point, and it's like, nah, fuck that. That's what's frustrating me. Then you got to realize that you're trying to control something that you don't have any control of. You're making yourself the victim. You have the self-victimizing mindset. You're doing this to you. You're frustrating yourself because someone or something in the outside is not behaving, providing, doing, acting, generating what you would like, because you're entitled and you feel that they're supposed to be doing something for you. It's supposed to be providing something for you. It's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be that way. You're trying to control the outside to make you feel better, to make you feel good. When that thing out there does what I want it to do, then I won't feel this way. Side note, you probably will, because you'll find something else to be frustrated about. Because that's how you've programmed your brain. That's how you've allowed your brand to be. You want outside situations to make you feel good. And when they don't, you probably run to a vice. This will make me feel better. Scrolling, eating, drinking, sleeping. Once you realize and admit and understand that you're just being a self-victimizing person, you can start working on this. You can stop feeling because remember, the question you asked was, why am I always frustrated? And if you notice that list, it's you being upset at someone else, at something else, at a group of people, at a situation, something that you don't have no control of. And the things you do have control of, you don't want to work on them. You choose not to work on them because you have the ability, you have the want, you have the ability, but you won't. Well, it's so frustrating that I don't have enough money. But you probably blame work. There's not enough hours, there's not enough work, it's saturated, there's too many people, there's not enough business, it's the season, it's the economy, it's this. So the issue is you, but you blame it on someone else or something else, a circumstance or whatever. I used to do it all the time. Everything was somebody else's fault. Why am I frustrated? Oh, it's because she's not doing this, because she's not. All the things that I wanted others to do for me, because I felt entitled that that's what they were supposed to do, because I was me and I do my part, you should do your part, and I should get what I want. That's not the way it works. That's why you see most people are frustrated about something. I hate that. I hate them. Oh, I hate that. I hate what I do. I hate where I go. There's always something that they hate on. They're being haters. Instead of turning it around and saying, that's all on me. This is how I solved it. I'll share it with you. And it's not like, this will only work for certain people. This is a general solution that will solve all that frustration. First of all, you got to stop seeing yourself as the victim. Stop making yourself the victim. Stop that foolish self-victimizing mindset. That's a big one, because you got to change your ways. You've been a self-victimizing person forever, and all of a sudden you're gonna have to change that. These are big girl steps. These are big boy steps. If you want to start changing your life, stop feeling the sense of frustration all the time. You got to take full responsibility for yourself. Be accountable for yourself. I'll tell you though, it's gonna work. You turn around and say, okay, I'm no longer the victim. I'm no longer making myself the victim. And I forgive myself for all these years self-victimizing. Now, what could I do to fix my frustration, to fix everything that frustrates me? Well, all you need to do is become the version of you that you would respect and admire. Start working on all the stuff that you're not doing. Are you exercising every day? Are you tracking your food, your nutrition, the way you feed this miracle of a body that you have? Do you wake up at an uncomfortable time? Do you know what your vices are? What you run to go escape, to go feel better for the shortcoming of others towards you? That's where you start. There's your solution. Those 4 things. Exercise every day to raise your mood, to raise the way you feel, to raise your attitude. There's other words for it: frequency, vibe, vibration, personal rate of vibration. But common words here: mood, attitude. Exercise twice a day. But you have to exercise with that intention. I'm going to start exercising to raise my mood, to raise my attitude. Because I don't want to be the victim no more, and I don't want to feel a sense of frustration. Perfect. That right there. If you were to start right now, get on the floor, do some push-ups. Get up against the counter. If you've never done push-ups before, maybe getting on the floor is going to be a bit of a struggle. So just get on the counter, the kitchen counter, on a table, on a stable table. Just do 5. Say, this is to raise my mood and my attitude. Boom, boom. Or go for a quick walk, something I just started talking about a lot. Go for a quick walk, not a regular walk. Put the hurry-upness on. To the corner and back, from here to the mailbox and back, from here to the building and back. Pretend like I forgot something in my car, then go into the store. But do it with the intention. That's ticket. The intention to what? To raise my mood and my attitude, because I am responsible and I have control of that. I am accountable to myself. Boom, do that. Start tracking your food next. How do you track your food? There's food tracking apps. Macros. Track your macros. The app I use that's Cake and has worked extremely well for me is Chronometer. Get on that Chronometer, input the information. There's a slight learning curve. Start tracking your food. It just shows you how much you should eat for your age, your weight, if you want to maintain your weight, if you want to lose weight. Nothing dramatic, nothing crazy. It just shows you, it's like, hey, you've been mistreating this miracle of a body. Side note, it doesn't function correctly in here or in here, which is why you become a little bit more of a self-victimizing person, because your insides are not functioning correctly. You start feeding it correctly, I should say. You start feeding it correctly, appropriately, like we're supposed to. Watch how good you start feeling. So you're taking care of yourself more, as opposed to worrying about others to make you feel good. You're making yourself feel good. That's 2. Wake up at an uncomfortable time. Whatever time you wake up 15 minutes earlier. You have to wake up at a certain time for your responsibilities. Add 15 minutes to that. And wake up for what? Wake up to be thankful. In those 15 minutes, just be grateful. For what? For existing. The fact that you woke up. Take advantage of that time. Get your exercise in. Up against the counter, up against the table. Go for that quick walk at that time. Perfect time to do it. Then look for your vices. What are my vices? That thing, every time somebody frustrates you, every time something frustrates you, like, I'm so frustrated. What do you go do? Doesn't have to be on the list of like, those things are bad. Because it doesn't have to be on the list. It's whatever. A vice could be whatever. It could be laying down. It could be going to sleep. It could be taking bathroom breaks and just Going in the stall and scrolling, is that your vice? Is that what you do to go feel better when you're frustrated? Identify the vice and stop it. Stop doing it. I can't go to the bathroom anymore. Yeah, you can go to the restroom when you need to go to the restroom, but don't do it to escape. The idea is to get rid of the vice. Find your vices and stop them. Get rid of them. Dominate them. Be in control. Don't have an escape. Don't run away from your problem. Don't run away from the issue. Face it. And you'll be able to, because you'll be at a higher mood, higher attitude because of your exercise, and you'll start creating discipline with that. The voice of your conscience is going to start getting louder because you're tracking your food. You're not giving yourself anything and everything you want to eat all the time. You're being mindful of what you eat. Like, oh, I'm supposed to eat like this. So that all of a sudden, guess what? You're going to start, that's my conscience. It's telling me what to do and what not to do. Probably telling you, stop being a victim. Stop whining. By this time, day 2, day 3, you'll already get all this, by the way. You'll already start hearing the voice of your conscience saying, do this, don't do this, stop this, stop doing this, stop doing this. Because all these things start working together to elevate you, to become a better version of you, to get you on purpose, to become the version of you that you would respect and admire. So then later on, you could help others do the same. I'm doing it here. It all works together. The exercise, the tracking your food, the waking up at an uncomfortable time, the finding and getting rid of your vices, then start listening to your conscience. That's the perfect solution there, to stop feeling the sense of frustration because others are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. The sense of frustration, in other words, is you just being a whiny crybaby because things are not going your way. Those are not struggles. When things don't go your way, that's not, oh, the struggle's real. That's not a struggle. That's just shit not going your way and you're being a whiner about it. You're supposed to try harder, but I've tried my hardest. Not as a whiner, as a complainer. That's having to make the mind. How beasted up is a self-victimizing person? Not that much. But what about if you had the discipline to say, nah, life happens for me, not to me. Let's go. I'll get through this. For sure, I'm going to learn something because this is happening for me. And I'm going to get through it with a high attitude, a great mood, because I'm disciplined. No more whining, no more complaining, no more self-victimizing. Whatever's happening in your life,